And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for today's episode of Marvel's What If Season 1, Episode 7. This episode was very, very fun. Now, if you have not seen this episode, spoilers ahead because honestly, there's some stuff to talk about here because it's a lot of fun. Okay, so, and by the way, this episode does start Chris Hemsworth coming back as Thor. We have Kate Dennings coming back as Darcy, and of course, the one and only Natalie Portman returning as Jane Foster, as getting her ready to play Mighty Thor, which will be seeing her in live action as Thor in next year's Thor: Love and Thunder. So it was kind of cool seeing Natalie Portman play Jane Foster, or even an animated character for the first time, I guess. So that was very cool. But the basically of this episode is, what if Thor and his family never adopted Loki? What would Thor be like? What would he be? Would he still be the arrogant person that he is, all cocky and oh, I can beat anybody. I'm the great son of Odin. I can do all this. Or would he be a completely different person? Well, this episode really felt like a college freshman's in a college movie. One of the, you ever seen those upper movies where a college student just shows up at freshman's and he wants to be the popular kid and he throws a big frat party so that way he could be popular. And that's exactly what we got here with Thor, except mine is the whole that Thor trying to impress people. He kind of throws parties after celebrating just because he's Thor and he can do whatever he wants. And so when his father Odin takes his, I guess, his beauty rests, I guess, to recharge himself, Thor decides, I'm going to go to Midgard and go party. He literally invites the entire galaxy to go party in Las Vegas on planet Earth. And that pretty much, doesn't fly well with certain members of S.H.I.E.L.D. And of course, it kind of confuses Jane Foster when she finds out that he's coming to Earth. Doesn't know who it is, thinks that he's just an alien showing up, maybe a big threat. She doesn't know. So obviously, she's a physicist, but when she meets Thor, she kind of acts like a college schoolgirl that will have a crush on a huge famous like one man rock band kind of guy, and that's exactly what we got here. She kind of became a little bit a kind of a groupie in a way. Obviously, Shield decided to use her knowledge and try to figure out what to do. They eventually end up getting Captain Marvel to show up to try to get the situation under control, because literally everybody from the galaxy was in this party that Thor was throwing. Literally, it was like an all day thing. It was beyond crazy. He had everybody there. The Ravengers. He had Mantis. He had the those girls from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the one that Star Lord took the Barrys from. I forgot the name of those ladies. He had them. Anything you can imagine, they were all there. We even saw Darcy. It's still funny. Gets married to Howard the Duck. That's right. You heard me right. Yeah. She ends up marrying Howard the Duck in Vegas style. So that was pretty interesting. We got to see a throwdown between Thor, and Captain Marvel. That was very, very interesting seeing how that would actually play out. And it looked like Captain Marvel actually won. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And it was a very cool episode seeing Thor. He wasn't so arrogant. He was just more of just like a typical teenager, parents were out of town kind of thing. Let me throw the biggest party. And it kind of goes out of hand a little bit. And he's got like 10 minutes, maybe even 5, depending on how it is, to clean everything up before his parents come home. And that's exactly what happens here. He throws the biggest party in planet Earth, starts destroying monuments with Loki. Loki's a frost giant, but the frost giants and everybody in Asgard are all friends, so there's cool. Loki looking all jacked as ever, so there's that. Thor still has the hammer, so there is no enchantments for him to be worthy to be able to pick up the hammer. Because let's face the facts, if that thing was enchanted, he would not be worthy. Anyway, we got to see that. We got to see the fact that, like I said before, Darcy ends up marrying Howard the Duck. A lot of things actually happening. We got to see uh, Agent Coulson and Maria Hill, take charge of, become directors of S.H.I.E.L.D. due to the fact that Nick Fury kind of gets injured in action in a way. So yeah, we got to see Korg. We got to see everybody that we have seen so far in the MCU in this, and it was a lot of cool. Even Valkyrie was in here too. No voicing, but we just saw her in the background. A lot of cool little moment Easter eggs in here. And yeah, it was just basically Thor just being a spoiled brat. And that's what and that's what I think I like about this episode. It was a very simple, fun episode. It was taken away from all the gloom and darkness we've seen so far. But I think this might be my second favorite episode, or maybe my third favorite episode behind the Doctor Strange one. Zombies is still my favorite, then the Doctor Strange one, and I think this might be number 3. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And plus seeing Natalie Portman come back and voice a character, that was kind of cool. I think that's her very first voiceover work that she's ever done, so I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. So that's pretty cool to see her come back and voice her own character. So that was cool. And I thought, like, and spoiler for the main ending, because the ending itself was like chaotic, which I think is starting to build up to the big climax, which will be the big ultimate battle. Because if you watch this and you notice each episode, you see the Watcher. We all know the Watcher's watching, no pun intended. And at each episode, he gets closer and closer to Earth. First we see him, he's super out there in spaces. Here's his voice. Then he gets a little closer towards the stars. Then a little closer towards, a little bit more towards the stars. And the atmosphere. Then inside the Earth. And then just being like literally right there in the clouds. He's getting close. So I think, in my opinion, and my guess, I think he's going to show up at the very end to warn, not only, Thor. He's going to get Captain Carter. He's going to find Doctor Strange again, because Doctor Strange is stuck in that dimension where he kind of destroyed it. He's going to find all those guys, put them all together, and Star-Lord as well. And they're going to fight this big threat that's coming. And the big threat, I think it is going to be Ultron. Ultron shows up at the end of this episode, but it's not just Ultron. It's Vision as Supreme Ultron. He looks like Ultron is like got jacked or something, and he's got the Infinity Stones all around his chest, and he's got the Mind Stone obviously on, and he has like the Ultron helmet. He opens it up, and it's just Vision. So it seems that Ultron is going to be the main Thanos problem that they're going to have to deal with, and he's going to probably bring in every character we've seen so far, come together, and they're going to have to fight him. That's just my guess. I'm not really sure. But as we see the episodes, we see the Watcher get closer and closer to Earth. So I think he's going to get involved. He has done this before in the comics. So it does make sense for him to get involved and like warn somebody or something, or, whatever we can, do about that. But whatever he can do about that. But still, I think, yeah, it was very nice to see a very nice episode, nice and simple. Nobody's threatened the world to destroy it until the ending, where they're like, yeah, we still have these episodes. Like, he's coming, Ultron's coming, and I think Ultron will probably be the main last episode of What If. Like, he decides to take, maybe he's gonna disrupt the Watcher's storytelling about like, oh yeah, what if this happened? This happens. Oh wait, hold on, we have Ultron coming. Why is he coming? He wasn't part of this. He shows up. He's got to get the team ready to fight and save not only humanity, but the entire multiverse as well. So it should be known that it's going to be a fun episode whenever this show actually ends, because, Hawkeye's going to start in November. I don't know if there's anything in October, but only time will tell. So, like I said, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you guys enjoy it? I'd enjoy it. I thought it was pretty funny. Had some great moments in here. But it was a nice episode. I enjoyed it. Probably my third favorite episode so far. But Yeah, I'm really enjoying this whole What If show. I think it's a very fun way to show us different versions of the MCU characters that we know and love, and put some spins to their backstory, if you want to call it that. And I think it works. I think it works. So some are better than others, but still. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and what do you think is gonna happen now that Ultron Vision's showing up? Do you think the Avengers are gonna show up? You think Captain Carter's gonna be the leader? Captain Marvel, Captain America, they're all gonna team up with Star Lord and Thor. Are they gonna all team up to try to stop him? I mean, there is a commercial about a car. There is um, I think a Toyota commercial that actually shows What If. That does show them fighting Ultron bots, so that could be little hints that we could be getting that. I don't know, but who knows? If it's just a commercial, go figure. But hey, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much and have a good day.